Look who decides to show up. No way.
How's it going?
What's up, man?
Hey.
Luis joins in Reno on the road. Man, how you feeling?
Feeling awesome. It's actually kind of fun to be in a casino that's not Vegas. Yeah, good trip. Excited to be here for the launch. We're gonna see David, the city leader, tonight. So hey, let's have a good evening.
Here we go. Welcome to Reno, Nevada. This week, this Exploring Greatness episode, we are venturing through the city of Reno, checking out the culture of casinos as well as innovation. We are launching Founders Live Reno today, actually, this week. We're gonna hear from amazing founders here in the state of Nevada. We're actually gonna sit down with our city leader that's here in Reno, but David Ezell was actually our city leader in Dallas, Texas years ago, and he is a veteran, and he's gonna share with you why Reno is the place to be. Check it out. Standing by the Truckee River. This is such a beautiful city, and it's one of my favorite parts about touring is being able to slide into these little spots of the city and just peer out onto the river, or take in. I'm looking at snowy mountains right now, and it's so good to be here. And Reno, I have not been here in Reno since I was like 8 or 10 years old. I barely remember it. All I remember was Circus and being like, what the hell is this place? And so to finally actually take a little time to see the city is just beautiful. It's touching, and it's my favorite parts about touring is to get a glance of what it's like to be a local here in these cities. And for Reno, I can see it already. You enjoy the weather, you enjoy the summers because it's nice and warm, but it's not necessarily too hot. You enjoy the winters because you can get up on the mountains and throw on a snowboard or skis and take in the winter. So you're growing on me. Welcome to Founders Live Reno.
That's right.
As the city leader, you're launching it. And
First one.
Welcome to Exploring Greatness, David Ezell. How are you?
Man, I'm good. I mean, we've been in Reno almost a year now, getting acquainted with the city. Founders Live has been on the docket, one of the first things that I wanted to do when we moved here. Since I used to be in Dallas, wanted to move that same energy here, so tonight's the night.
What drives you as a creative, entrepreneurial person?
I think it's always exploring your creativity and exploring that optimism. I feel like for a lot of entrepreneurs, you're kind of a tinkerer. There's all these ideas that are always coming through where you're like, man, I could do that better. Is this an opportunity? Let me run the numbers. Let me see if this is something I want to do. Starting a podcast, YouTube channel, it's a creative outlet. It's so far removed from the day-to-day of what you do at your corporate 9-to-5 job where that list of things to do is pretty definite.
Yeah.
This gives you creative outlet. And the world doesn't have that yet. And so you can fill it with your own creativity.
What do you think separates the real entrepreneurs from everyone else? And not to say that everyone else is not as worthy or not as equal, but there's something different about founders and entrepreneurs. What do you think that is?
Honestly, I think it's the ones that are willing to hear no, willing to keep going, willing to eat crap for a while. The PC version of how Gary Vee says it. You have to be willing to do that because as you're going, nothing's going to turn out right when you first start. Your iteration 3 months later is going to be completely different than on day 3. And you have to be willing to buckle in and say, I don't care what other people say. I don't care how many times I get told no. That yes is out there.
Yeah.
And that yes is going to be the step to launch me to that next thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's just that people get stuck in their own heads of, well, if I fail, if somebody tells me no, my family's going to see it and they're going to say, I told you so. Your friends, you post it on Facebook, it fails, you're going to be, I told you so. It's the perception.
Yep.
And if you can get rid of that perception and just remember that people don't care and think about you the way that you think that they do, they care about themselves, right? They're cared about themselves and what's going on in their own life, which is a good and a bad thing. But from an entrepreneurial standpoint, forget, because they're not thinking about your entrepreneurial journey. They're focused on their own worlds. So focus on your world and go build it.
Yeah. I think you're definitely down the right road, and you're on point there. And what I would share, and we kind of talked about this a little bit previously, is I think we founders, we see the world differently in the sense of, as a boxer, you just keep taking the hits and your turn for that hit is coming.
Right.
And entrepreneurship is the same way. And I think you all probably watching are in the mindset of a no is a no. Yes, it can be frustrating. We've all had those
for sure.
Damn it, no's. But the next one up could be a yes.
Yeah.
What is it about Reno that you see that potential for growth, entrepreneurship, and even Founders Live?
Nevada is kind of similar to Texas in the way that there's just a lot of growth happening. It's a smaller city. Vegas gets all the notoriety and all the pub, but Reno has its own ecosystem, and entrepreneurially, it's growing. I mean, there's VCs, there's all kinds of stuff happening in Reno, and same thing as we mentioned a while ago, it's just another great way to dive right into the network, the community, all of that kind of stuff. So I did it for those reasons. For me, it gets me out of the house. I get to meet like-minded people who want to build businesses here locally, but also I can give something back to Reno so that hopefully in a year or two, we see one of these companies that pitched here tonight and it's like, oh man, they just got funded. They just got purchased, and that's what it's all about.
David Ezell, I mean, the special thing about him, and you hear it right from his voice there, is just he embodies leadership, he embodies community, and he embodies entrepreneurship. Whether he's working on a business or not, it flows through him. You can see it, you can feel it, and you can hear it in his voice. And then you see it when he runs the events. And you know, he'd be the first to tell you, he came a long way. He was so nervous, his first ever event. He said he wished that the storm would just make the power go out and cancel the event. And not his first event there in Dallas. That was years ago. He's come a long way. And now he's launching a new city with us, and he's excited to lead. And you know, I can just tell you right now, David Ezell is actually the perfect example of what we look for in our city leaders around the world. So thank you, David. As I sit here on the river, I'm just thankful of everything that is in front of me. And most importantly, I'm thankful for Luis to be able to jump down and join me on this tour. I mean, you can just see right there, he's a joy to be with on the road. And it's just a special thing, not only for me to be able to travel to all of our cities, but to have this amazing guy joining me. Here we are, last drink before Luis gets on a plane. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Nice to have you here.
Thanks. Here's to Reno.
Here's to Reno. I find it such a privilege to set sail and visit our Founders Live cities, and Reno was no disappointment. It's a beautiful city, full of creativity, full of art, full of excitement and entrepreneurship. And I hope that you enjoy this as we continue to show you the amazing cities throughout the United States in Founders Live.